Woo! Welcome back to M Hood Fishing. It is hot. It is gonna be a record breaker today. It's gonna be really hot. Whew. So let's get in the shade here. So I was at Walmart yesterday looking for ultralight rods to replace the ones that I've broken recently. I didn't have any more ultralights, so I needed to get some, and I couldn't really find what I was looking for, but I did find a cane pole, and I thought, hey, it's less than $6. So about time I did a cane pole video. I like fishing with cane poles. I fished with various things that are kind of like cane poles. So because it's such a hot day and it's not really a great time of the day to fish, it's like almost mid-morning. I was supposed to do something else this morning, but it got canceled at the last minute. Decided to run out here and fish now before it got super hot. It's gonna be super hot on the way home, but not right now. It's just really hot right now. So fishing with red wiggler right now in this heat is probably gonna produce something. So this cane pole, well, let's get to it. Yeah, let's get this bad boy off the trailer here. So before I interrupted my own sentence, what I was about to say is this cane pole is not just a pole, it's a whole kit. As you can see, let's come over here in the light. It comes with a float, some line, a little thing to wrap the line around, a hook, and I guess that's split shot. So this is a 10-foot bamboo cane pole. It's a two-piece, obviously. I haven't even got it out of the package yet. Let's do that. Make sure I don't cut the line. It's kind of loose in there. You just open. Yeah, I'm just gonna tear, rip. Here we go. This is probably about 4 pound. It probably tells me right here somewhere. So I'm looking at this, trying to see if it says what pound test this comes with. It's probably about like 4 pound. It doesn't say on here anywhere. It does say cancer and reproductive harm. So it's kind of dangerous to fish with this, I suppose. So here we go. We've got it unpackaged. Here's the tip. You see, this is where you tie your line here. Little metal ring that is attached with this string here, wrapped really tight. Hopefully that stays pretty good. When you put these together, you want to make sure they're nice and tight. Here's the little rig that comes with it. Like I said, maybe this is 4 pound test, maybe a little less. This is basically a panfish rig. Now we're going to try and use their tackle first before we use my own. And this is maybe a size 8 Aberdeen hook here. I mean, it's a panfish hook, it'll work. We've got red wigglers. It is kind of breezy out here. Let's let you take a look of what we got going on. This is Bayou St. John. It's maybe a little too breezy for float fishing right here at this spot I chose this spot because of the shade. There is some other spots we could go to that are a little bit out of the wind, but we're going to try this first because I see fish right here. This water is pretty clear right up by the bank. To attach this line, I'm going to just tie a regular clinch knot. I'm not sure how much line is on this. We will find out. Like I said, let's get this down here to where you can see it. Like I said, it doesn't really say anything on the packaging. Time to unfurl this line and see what we have to work with. All right, line is unfurled, and here we are at the butt of the rod. As you can see, we're just shy of the end. That'll work, unless it's a really big fish, because I do not have a net, but we will make that work. Now we're going to slip that up just a little bit to give us a depth of about 2.5 feet, almost 3. This isn't split shot, this is in line, and it just slides. We'll give it a go, but I really want to use my own stuff. Let's see this. This is actually tied wrong. They have this, I don't know, snailed. It looks like it's snailed. This is a straight hook and it's snailed on there. It's probably tied just fine. It's got a tag end. Let's clip that a little bit and bait her up. Here's the bait. Get one of these out and we're just gonna take a piece off it. I am threading this up the shank of the hook. Something like that. There's quite a bit of panfish right here. We might have too much depth, but we're going to just swing that out and bring it in. Angle you up. When you're fishing a cane pole, it is good to like keep the rod up, hold it up like this. You'll see sometimes people just lay their cane pole down like that. The problem with this is if you get a really big fish and it runs and you go to pick this up and you don't pick it up in time, if you have your cane pole parallel to the water, like even like this, what can happen is that big fish can just yank out that, if he doesn't break your line, that is, he could just yank out that first segment and just go running across the waterway with half your rod. So you want to keep it like this. If the fish ain't biting, if it's super slow and you're not going anywhere, I don't see a problem with this, but you need to just watch what you're doing because you don't want to lose half this rod. Oh. Keep getting bites. I'm trying to go get some water. I'm being risky here. I'm just laying this rod down, trying to keep an eye on it. When that float goes, I do a mad dash, but I haven't got to get my water out yet. It is hot today. You gotta stay hydrated. This spot just isn't working out. I want to go see if I can find a more productive spot. As you see, I'm wrapping this around this keeper here just to keep everything organized so I can break down the rod to make it easier to ride underneath trees and whatnot. Now, normally if I had like a snap swivel, I would have used that to make this much easier. I could just take this leader on and off the rod. So that's something to suggest to you. All right, new spot. There's a lot more going on here. There's a lot of structure right out in front of us. I usually catch cichlids here, but there's also panfish in here. We've got a depth of a little over 2 feet underneath the float. There we go. Wow. Oop, trees. Got us a little bluegill here. Nice. Cane poles are a great thing to use for catching panfish. Let's see if we can get something bigger. I see a lot of panfish in here, bluegill and some bass. I don't see anything super big yet. There's one that's kind of sizable. Let's see if I can stalk him without changing the depth. He's right in here in this shady spot. Well, that's not him, but it's another fish. This is about the same size as the first one, maybe a little smaller. I want to find something really big because it's fun to land a big fish on the cane pole. There's a bite. See how that float is twitching? That float is always going to lay on its side with that little bit of lead. If you had more lead, it would go straight up. But when you get a nice solid bite, that float's going to stand straight up. Ooh, is that a big cichlid or? Yeah, there's a big cichlid right here going around my bait. Oh, nope. He's still hanging out. I see him. He's a dark shadow. Here he is. Got him. Oh, nice. That is a nice size one. That took me forever to do. Can be the case, but I'm glad I saw you. Wow, that is a good size one. These are an invasive species, so by law I can't. Whoa, you can see the teeth, man. You're so big you got teeth. Little tiny teeth. These are really ferocious feeders. Yeah, because it's an invasive species to this area, I have to keep it. Luckily, it's a sizable enough one. So there we go. It is almost 11 o'clock now. I'm overheating. It's time for me to wrap this up and go cool off. I'm not done fishing for the day. I'm just gonna go cool off somewhere and then come back out and shoot another video for solar noon, which is about an hour 20 minutes away. So there's plenty of time to go cool off. First, before we end this video, I want to talk about this rod a little more. But here, when you get a big fish on, play it with the bend of the rod. You see what we're doing here? Lean it back so the fish is near you, and you can either grab it or get it in the net. Now, this particular bamboo rod, I would recommend if you're traveling somewhere and you don't have any fishing equipment and you want to do some simple fishing, you know, with a little worm under a float. You find this at Walmart for like under $6. You could go fishing. It comes with line. You got everything you need: line, hooks, weights, floats. Hopefully it doesn't come with the extreme heat that this video came with. It is hot right now. It's supposed to get up around 100 out here, and there's a high humidity. So yeah, I think this is a pretty good rod for the money. I will probably use it again later on, but I'm going to use my own stuff, my own tackle. Their tackle's okay. If you just want to catch a few fish, their tackle's okay. All right, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's go cool off. See you next time.